This is actually an OTC multi-month breakout. All right, so this is another play that we like to play. Again, if you're brand new, write this down as our second play that you're going to learn about. It's the OTC multi-month breakout. And as you can see with this one, it was a $210 win. We could have made more, but we took it where we wanted to take it on the predictable move, like I said. So let's dive into this one now. Again, we bought it yesterday at the end of the day, just like him. A lot of people in the chat grabbed this one too, so shout out you guys. Matt, great trading on this. We put a little bit more into this one because it's higher price. It's above a penny. You know, the other one was a sub penny. So we put a little bit more, and as you can see, the win wasn't as big. It actually was only 5%. So really not ideal play, but that's what's great about these multi-month breakouts is they still give you opportunity no matter what. And you could play it safely because you could get out if it's not going against you. And we could have got out without losing any money if we really wanted to risk this one. But we took the predictable move while we were up. As you can see here, we bought at 306 and sold at 32. A little move here. So let's talk about why these multi-month breakouts work like that. Because a lot of the times they're going to be 15, 20% plays. All right, this one was just one that didn't work out as well, so it's just a 5% win. So let's talk about it. All right, again, check out that morning climb that you got, and then you get some of this fuckery going on. So why deal with any of that? Let's just take the predictable move. So let's go into the 1 year first, and let me talk about the multi-month breakout. This is the day that we played it. So how did we sell? How did we buy this thing here? Sell it here, even though it's a red day, and make money, right? We bought it right here at this spot, and we sold it right up here and still made that $200, right? We didn't even sell it at the top. Again, another play where we took the meat of the move, buying it right here and selling it the next day right up here. Okay, now let me talk about this day and why we liked it so much. First, I'm going to start with the 1 year. We always like to start with the macro perspective. What's been going on with this 1 year? Really just a lot of fuckery and a lot of choppiness. That's what's going on. And what you really like, though, is that it got this first green day here. OTC first green day, if you wrote it down, we made a lot more money on this play, on the first green day play. I think we made like $700 on a MJNA first green day. This exact day. I think it's on the last webinar if you want to watch it. But we traded this and sold it here. And now that this thing took a dip for 1 day, so it kind of took a dip this day, took a dip 2 days, 3 days, and now we're back. We're back to test the breakout. And it does come back over that breakout. What's great is that breakout also pushed it to go past this spot, which is a key spot, 3-1, right? Because look, it hasn't passed that 3-1 spot since all the way back here in October. So literally, it hasn't been up there since October. This is showing great signs, right? Literally, nobody has bought above that spot since October. And what happens at the end of the day here? It actually goes above that spot. So we're liking that it's one breaking out of this resistance, which is a resistance over here. As you can see, it all lines up here. Even though you got some choppiness over here, if you bring it up a little bit, you see where the next resistance is? It's 314. It's where it topped out at that day. So let's talk about why we like this on the multi-month breakout. Let's dive into this day, and let's talk about why we bought it here and sold it here, why we knew or why we thought it had a good chance of going up like that. Again, it's going down the checklist, guys. Here's the 2 days. This is the start of the day. The start of the day, we're not interested at all because this one is just slow creeping. And really, it doesn't have a great gain. It's not even up as a big percentage gainer.
So breakouts and first green days, you guys look at power hours.
Yes, sir. Exactly. And they still have to be holding those patterns in power hour. So the breakout still should be holding the breakout by power hour. All right. So check this out, dude. We got another one that's holding VWAP all day. It's not even on our radar because it's not a big percentage gainer yet. But as it starts to creep up here into the 2.5s, 2.7s, now it's showing up on our list because it's up 15% now. So as we're scrolling down our biggest gainers, we see MJNA, which we've made a lot of money in last week. So why not peek into this one? What is this one doing? And then we see, holy shit, it's coming up to a multi-month resistance. It's coming up to that spot where it's topped out a couple times. Let's see if it could break that later on. Look what it does. It breaks that spot right here. So going into power hour, you get that spot breaking, and it holds that spot. So it's holding that spot, even dips down and tests it, but can't even go under it. So that's great sign. It's got all those lining up with you, still holding the breakout. It even came down and tested it in power hour and held it. So this is all amazing, right? It's holding that VWAP. And check this out. This one actually has news as well. And their news is actually a little bit more interesting. They have an NBA veteran named Earl Monroe that is going to start promoting their brand. He's going to be a brand ambassador. Okay, random as fuck, but that's awesome. They threw an NBA veteran in there, get it some hype. So this one has news as well. It's got some hype. So you would think if this one has news, maybe it'll catch some mainstream hype overnight, or maybe it'll catch some eyes tomorrow to push this thing higher. This is the first day that it got some hype with this news. And then we look into the volume, and it's trading double, way more than double. It's trading like 300, 400% of its average volume.
And
So
don't forget,
perfect.
the sector it's in is hot.
Yeah,
It's the hot sector going on. That's the number one thing that are making these things drift up.
it's got the cannabis sector with it, Mike. Great
The
point.
Earl Malone thing is a great thing.
Monroe.
Or whatever the fuck his name is. Dude, I don't even know who that is. And I love sports. It is a good thing right here. It is a great, great thing that it's able to drift like this. But trust me, MJNA is not drifting without the sector momentum that the cannabis sector, that Tilray did, that CGC did. Tilray's up to $10. I think it was at $6 last week. So it almost doubled. These are sector leaders. These are listed stocks, big stocks on the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ that are moving these smaller stocks that are on the OTC land because they're all in the same sector, which is the cannabis sector. So that's pretty much what's going on, and it happens all the time.
Oh, it's a great point. Yeah, and that's you don't even have to watch those big stocks because we got your back. If we'll point them out for you. So you're focused on this one now as a big percentage gainer. It is holding going into the end of the day. So what do we do as it's creeping up to the high day? We said, listen, it's holding this 2.8 spot. It's been holding it all day. We can risk it off that 2.8 spot. Let's go ahead and buy it here at 3, and we're risking the 2.8 spot. It's about like 6-7% because we thought it had way more upside than what we got. You know, we got what we got. You still get a nice gain off of it. It didn't go up as much as we wanted to, but this is what happens still. Even if it doesn't go as much as you want to, you could still make a nice gain off of it. So what happens is after we buy it at the high day here, it ends up continuing, and you get a nice little push to 3.2. But after that, it dips. Unfortunately, a lot of times these do continue after they make the new high. It dips, but it holds that key spot of 2.8. After that, it creeps back up, and it closes right around even for us. All right, and now we're going in tomorrow even. If this one dropped down to, now that we're going in overnight, we can adjust our plan. So since it holds this 2.9 spot, that's going to be our new cut. 2.9 is our new cut, which we're not only risking now about 3%. So not risking much. That's the new plan because it closed where it's at. All right, going to tomorrow, the news gets the hype that we thought it would, and this thing gets buyers in the morning just like hemp. It gapped up slightly, and it gets a little bit of a push, and we sold our first half on this push here. So we got it right here. We sold our first one around 3.3. It takes a dip, which we don't love. So after it takes the dip and starts to creep back up, since it did take that dip, we're like, you know what, whatever. This thing doesn't look like it could have too much in it. We took the other half, and that was it. Damn. That's another $200 win in the first 10 minutes. And it did end up continuing to 3.5. So we could have made, a little bit over 10%, but it doesn't matter. That's not what we're trying to do. You got to feel the stock out. The thing took the dip. It wasn't making us comfortable anymore. It took the dip under VWAP, but then it regained after that. So it was nice to see this one push a little bit more. A couple of our members took full advantage. A lot of you guys played it better than us. So, dude, keep it up. Let's freaking keep it going.
Remember, the goal is not grabbing the bottom and the top. Just grab part of the move. No matter, even if you got from here to here, you still won. Just take these wins and keep adding.
Yeah, in the first couple minutes. And then look, because you don't want to hang out. Look what happens at 10:30, right? When you're thinking, oh, nice, I'm at 3.5. This is at 3.5. I'm up $400. This is great. This thing's going at 3.8 for sure. It's holding all these multi-month breakouts they talk about. But hey, it already made the move that we like, and we already saw some weakness in the morning. Look what ends up happening. Once this does crack, you get a crack all the way down to 2.6. Now you're under the water. Now you're losing $300 on the play. So get away from that, right? Take the predictable move, and that's it. Bam. MJNA, boys and girls.